Hi guys, Aaron Leaf Green, the Green Psychic. Thank you for joining me again on a Sunday night for your free triple deck reading. Okay, before we get into it, announcements. Next weekend, as in the 7th, the weekend of the 7th, anybody that's been following me knows I'm helping film a TV show. So I will actually be on site next weekend, so I won't be able to go live Saturday or Sunday. So what I will be doing is going live Monday and Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. on TikTok. Sorry, you're going to have to just bear with me. I'm planning on going live 7 p.m. on TikTok Monday and on Tuesday on TikTok 6 p.m. Now, I've just launched Patreon on YouTube with the extra video, the extra question spread. Same thing, pick A, B, or C, and that will be hopefully the answer to your question. Please give me feedback on those videos, guys, if you're on Patreon. And just remember that I will be going live 7 p.m. on Saturday nights for YouTube, except for the weekend of the 7th. So I will go live at 6 p.m. on Monday, and 7 p.m. on the Tuesday weekend after the 2 days after the next weekend. So just bear with me. Make sure you got the notifications on. I'll either be on TikTok or YouTube on Monday and Tuesday, and then the following weekend we'll go back to normal. Okay. So just remember the live. I will be starting to go live on YouTube, and if you sign up to Patreon, you get a free question or 3 cards, just like on TikTok, except with YouTube you get that extra question spread. Okay, I know that's a lot of information. I hope it made sense. Bear with me. Love you all, and until next week, blessed be. Hi guys, Aaron Leaf Green, the Green Psychic. Thank you for joining me again on a Sunday night for your free triple deck reading. Whoa, cards going everywhere. Guys, please watch the intro this week. There's announcements of when next weekend I won't be able to go live because I am going to be on site. I'm helping film a TV show for those that don't know. But other than that, this is your spread. Okay, so the overall card here is the baby card, and it's upside down. So what this is saying to me is don't try and start anything new right now, okay? I feel like the advice here is, you know, the sayings, when you break up with somebody, you don't quit your job, you don't cut your hair, you don't start anything new. This is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like people are feeling trapped and want to do something and get out there, do something new. Great. I love that energy. But if you are planning on making any changes, make sure you're doing it with the right intention, not just like, oh, I'm sick of this job, I quit, I'm going to go get another one. That sort of energy, it's good to motivate you to get another job, but don't quit your job before you've got something new. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't make any big changes until you've really thought it through, you've got all your bases covered. It really is look before you leap this week. Okay, now your first card out is the marriage card upside down. Now this isn't necessarily romantic, although for a lot of people it is going to be. This is kind of saying that there is a partnership in your life that's not working out right now. So I am being drawn to work for the majority of people. It's kind of like you're just not getting along. It's just, you know, you keep trying and you keep getting in trouble, or it's not appreciated, or every time you finish something, there's something new to start. It's just something in your life isn't working, okay? So it could actually be that you do need to find another job. Now, again, it's not saying quit your job and start another job right now. It's like, do your research. What do you want in a job? Don't just go and apply for another job. What do you want? Do you want better hours, more money, less work, a different industry, something different? Don't just do what you've always done just out of habit, because if you always do what you've always done, you're always going to have what you've always had. Work that one out, because it's confusing, but it's very, very true. So I know a lot of people that have been office bound. So they just keep getting office jobs, office jobs, office jobs, and they hate office jobs. But it's like, well, that's all I know how to do. Well, okay, you take those skills and look at other jobs that are out there. You know, go work for the council where you know, you get paid more money. There's a lot more support. You're recognized, all of that sort of thing. Like, don't just, okay, well, I can do this job, I'm going to apply for it. Check to make sure that, you know, it's in the right suburb for you. Is it too far away? Is it close? You know, consider all of these things. Don't just knee-jerk reaction, go for a job, take it. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly reverse, well, not reverse it, but come back to this as if it was romantic. Okay, so this is problems in marriage, problems in a partnership. This could just be fighting, the energy around. This does not necessarily mean breakup, okay? I need to stress that. Marriage upside down, this card, does not mean divorce. It just means that there is something that is not working and you need to work on that, okay? So let's take it in the form of a marriage. Yes, people have problems in their marriages. You know, it's not always perfect. It doesn't mean that they break up. You go through phases, ups and downs, as most people that have been in a long-term relationships know. But if it's at that point where you're like, I can't take it anymore, this is kind of saying, well, go and see a marriage counselor, go and work on this, communicate the problems, tell your partner how you're feeling. That's what this card is kind of saying. There's a problem that you need to address. So same as if it is work. If you've got too much work on your plate and you just can't handle it, speak to your boss, speak to your employers and just say, look, there's too much going on, I can't do this, or we need to work out something. That's what these cards are kind of talking about. Now, oh, geez, Louise, guys, I am so sorry. It's not a good time for you. This negative energy card, as a lot of you know, I've put in when I do a one-on-one. It talks about if there's, you know, evil spirits, well, dark spirits or anything around you that we need to get rid of. In a general spread, this is normally somebody's out to get you. So what I feel this isn't specifically, look, there's always going to be people around us that try to sabotage us. Yes, that's not what I'm getting this week with this card, okay, at this moment. What I'm getting is that there is just negative energy around in general. So what they're telling me is don't take it personally. Okay, now that's very hard to do, especially if we are feeling stressed, anxious, angry, depressed. You know, somebody we work with may come in and they've got a bad attitude and we take it personally, like, you know, I'm always nice to you and this person's just suddenly not talking to me. Keep in mind, this is why it's saying don't take it personally. Keep in mind that person has a life outside of work too. You don't know. Somebody could have passed away. They could have broken up with somebody. They could have kicked their toe on their bed this morning. They may just be grumpy and in a bad mood. You've got to understand that just like you, other people have problems. And I know most people watching this understand that way of thinking, but this is like, this week you need to keep it in the forefront of your mind. You've got to remember that just because somebody gives you a death stare, you know, it may not have anything to do with you. It may not, they might be zoned out. You know, the saying resting bitch face. It's because, you know, sometimes you sit there and you stare and you're angry because you're concentrating on a problem that you're going through. And then you realize you're actually staring at somebody and you're like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. It's kind of that sort of energy, okay? So again, try not to take things personally. If somebody is, you can tell somebody is irate or really grumpy or whatever, steer clear. Like, just steer clear, because I don't feel like that this is the time, this energy around you at the moment. I don't feel like you're going to have enough energy to try and help people out. If you can, great. But again, remember what I always say: do not set yourself on fire to warm another person. Okay, so it is very important that you know that. Now, the last card out is the spiritual path card, and it's upside down. So this spiritual path card isn't necessarily, you know, religion and faith and spirits and all that. This is kind of your path, your personal, individual path to happiness, to success, all those things that you want, okay? Now, it is upside down, so it is, again, you need to make changes, but they have to be the right changes. That's why this baby card is upside down. Don't just flee your job and get another one, because you're going to end up in the same situation you are now just later on down the track. It's kind of like you're going around in a cycle. So again, if you're looking to change jobs, do the research, think it through. Don't just, well, first of all, don't just quit your job without another one, but don't just take a job because you're like, oh yeah, I can do this. Just, you've got to understand that you need to look after your happiness. Yes, we need a job to pay the bills, but if that's all you're doing with your job is going there to get a paycheck to pay bills, great. I always say that that's what any job is, a place to go to get a paycheck, right? But if that's all you're doing, you're not going to reach this spiritual happiness, because you're hating your job and all you're doing with that money is paying bills. You kind of get to the point like, well, what is the point? This is shit. And then you get grumpy and sad and all this depressed, you know? So if you start doing a job that's mildly interesting, or at least when you go there, you're not getting yelled and screamed at by management, or you take a job where it's closer to home, so that's more convenient. Find perks in this new job, and that's going to start you on the road to happiness, okay? Because it'll be like, yeah, it does suck that I have to work, but at least it's close to home and I can get other things done. You know, you've got to understand that when you work, yes, you're paying bills, but like I say to everybody, take some of your pay each week, fortnight, month, whatever, and spend a little bit of money on yourself. Otherwise, you're just living to pay bills, and that's no sort of existence. That's not a life. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, honestly, I do feel like that there is nothing big and bad that's going to jump out at you guys this week. It's just the energy. It's like, just like the weather. It's pouring down, windy. It's that sort of energy. So just keep your chin up. It won't be long, and don't just have that reaction of, I'm going to run away or I'm going to start something new, because you've got to work through it. And yeah, just don't take things personally. All right, guys, I hope that helped. If you want a full reading, you can contact me through the socials or email me at thegreenpsychic.com. And until next week, guys, blessed be. Hi guys, Aaron Leaf, the Green Psychic. Thank you for joining me again on a Sunday night for your free triple deck reading. Okay guys, before we start, just want to say, please watch the intro this week. There's a lot of announcements. I won't be around next weekend. You'll still have a video, but I won't be live. I will be live on Monday, Tuesday. All the details are in the intro. Okay, so if you chose pile number 2, this is your spread. Okay, so look guys, this is kind of on par with the energy that's going around at the moment. This is lack of transformation, lack of change. So on one hand, I feel like it's saying, look, right now there isn't going to be any big changes. Unfortunately, you're not going to win the lotto or whatever. But at the same time, I feel like saying, don't make any changes at the moment. I will be honest, spread 1 was actually very similar, which happens sometimes because the energy is just so intense right now. It's kind of like, I don't know if you're getting all the windstorms and everything, but it's kind of like the energy right now is bunkered down, whatever it is, hunkered down, bunkered down. Secure yourself and just ride it out. That's the energy at the moment. Okay, yeah, look, this is now different to spread 1. This is just go with the flow. Okay, don't make any big changes, just keep doing what you're doing. It may feel like that you're hitting a wall or you're just going through a rut or a routine, but I do feel like that this is kind of the way you're going to get through things at the moment. So just go with the flow, let it wash over you. There's no big bad problems that are really going to arise at the moment, but this really is just go with the flow. Don't make any changes. What you're doing is right. Okay, you are on the right path. That's what I feel like saying. Now this work card, this is saying there is work to be done. So even though you're going with the flow and not making any changes, keep doing what you're doing, but you've actually got to apply yourself. Okay, so it's kind of like that whole, don't get lazy. You know, if you've been on a cleaning streak, keep cleaning and make your house fantastic. At work, yeah, it's work, but still apply 100%, okay? Because I feel like right now it's kind of a very flat energy. You need to keep doing what you're doing. Go with the flow, just chill, nothing to stress about, but you do need to still be giving 100% to everything, because this energy that's around at the moment isn't going to last for long. It's only going to last for maybe a couple more days, not even a week. And I feel like if you've been applying yourself 100%, there's going to be some sort of a reward at the end of this, okay? So whether it be work or whether it be personal relationships, it's still, even if you're not 100% feeling it, still try to give 100% to the people around you. It's kind of like when you're really tired and exhausted, but your friend that never whinges or complains suddenly has a problem and needs to talk to you. And you're really tired, but you're like, okay, what's going on? Even though you don't have 100% energy, you're putting in 100% to help the people around you, okay? Now, I kind of sound like a hypocrite, because if you follow me, if you're a regular, you know that I normally say, look, you need to look after yourself first and then look after other people. So if you don't have the energy to help somebody at the moment, then don't. Like, that's just, it sounds harsh, it sounds bad, but that's how the universe works. You've got to look after yourself, number one. However, what I'm saying this week is, whatever you do, if you do decide to help somebody, that's fine, but make sure you're giving them 100%. Don't just be like, yeah, what up? Yeah, that sucks. Okay, I gotta go now, bye. Because that will hurt the other person. That will cause issues later on down the track. That's what this is saying. Don't change who you are. Don't step out of your zone this week. Just stay in your position, because what you've been doing, even if you don't feel it right now, it is going to lead to something very, very positive. Okay, so whether it be a promotion at work, or you're telling the universe, I'm still putting in 100%, even though I don't like this place, I want another job. A job might turn up that's perfect for you, okay? Working with friends and family, you'd never know. That friend that has a problem could be, oh, look, I just won $50 million and I don't know, I don't want to tell anybody because my life's going to change. And then you're there and help them, and they end up giving you like $10 million. Like, there's some sort of reward that's coming at the end of it. Wouldn't that be nice? So yeah, don't stress out. Don't stress out. Just go with the flow. Again, apply 100%, even if in your relationships. Communicate if you're not feeling 100% with your partner, but also give 100%. Like, if they're like, oh, let's have a date night, even if you're not feeling it, sometimes you need to push yourself and stay in that routine. And that's kind of what this is that I'm feeling at the moment, okay? It's almost like if you don't keep putting in 100%, you're going to slow down, you're going to get like lazy or sluggish, and you're going to fall behind. And I feel like if that happens right now, you're going to miss out on a great opportunity, some sort of reward around the corner, okay? So that's why it's very important to keep pushing yourself. Now, the last card here is the connection card. So again, straight away, this is a networking card. This is making the right contacts, impressing the right person, being in the right place at the right time, having the right conversation, passing on the right information. This is what I'm saying. Don't change anything that you're doing. Go with the flow. Keep putting in 100%. And there is going to be some sort of recognition, and somebody, like job-wise, this could be that somebody is seeing that you're still doing 100%, and that's awesome. I actually want to promote you right now because everybody else is just falling behind. It could be that somebody comes out and offers a job. Romantically, it could be that, yes, even though you're not feeling it, you put in 100%, and your partner suddenly is like, okay, it's time, let's get married. Like, there is some sort of reward there. And it's going to come from your hard work, okay? So don't be in the mindset of, yes, it's another week, I've got to earn another dollar, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's all true. But make sure that you're still putting in that positive energy. This pushing yourself shouldn't come from a negative place. It should only be from a positive place, like, yep, look, it does suck, but I'm going to try my hardest, and sooner or later I'm going to get somewhere. And that's kind of what we're talking about. You are going to get somewhere. There is a connection here. This is feeling connected to life. Like, finally, I've made some progress. Finally, I'm getting where I want to go. Finally, there's recognition. Finally. That's what I'm getting from this, okay? So just make sure that you're pushing yourself and giving 100% to everything that you're doing. If you're, when I say give 100%, like I said, if there are grumpy people around, which there are going to be, it's that sort of energy, and they don't really need your help, but they're like, give me attention, stay away from them right now. Like, if you're not feeling it, again, that's where it comes in to look after yourself. But if you've got a friend that doesn't normally reach out, that really isn't a problem, that you want to go to help, then help them, but give them 100% of your attention. It is that sort of energy. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it there. If you do want a full reading, you can contact me through the socials or thegreenpsychic.com. Okay, so don't forget to check out the intro for all the information about next weekend. And until next week, guys, blessed be. Hi guys, Aaron Leaf Green, the Green Psychic. Thank you for joining me again on a Sunday night for your free triple deck reading. Okay, so guys, just before we get started, well, first off, if you chose pile 3, this is your pile. Please check out the intro this week because I am... Why does that... Okay, that felt thicker than normal. It felt like there was 2 cards. Okay, so please check out the intro this week. There's information. I won't be around next weekend, but I will still be putting up the videos. But yeah. Okay, so your overall card is the overseas travel card. And this is really exciting because the energy right now is really sucky. I know I say that a lot, but unfortunately it happens a lot. This is more positive than the other spread, so that's really good. This is movement forward. This is achieving goals. This is time to travel, time to plan a holiday, time to go on a holiday. There is a little bit of some people being burnt out and needing to take, some time for themselves. So even if that means, even if you can't take holidays, plan to go away for the weekend. Go camping, go visit somebody, do something out of the normal. For the weekend, a little bit of a getaway, and I feel like just those 2 days will refresh you, okay? So yeah, look, there's movement, there's travel, this is all things good, which is really good because you've got the pregnancy card here. So the pregnancy card is there is something good coming, there is something new coming, but it's just going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, okay? Just like a pregnancy takes 9 months, it's not here yet, but it's in the process of happening. So this movement forward, let's go in the form of a relationship. You may have been chatting with somebody and suddenly they ask you out on a date and you're like, oh my God, finally there's some movement forward, we're going on a date. Date's going to go great. This pregnancy thing is basically saying, look, this is a good sign that you're on the right path to having a good relationship and being, partners. Obviously, it's not going to happen straight away after the first date. You don't turn around and go, okay, we're dating now. Well, no sane people do that. No offense to people that do that, but that's what it's saying. It's kind of like, okay, there's going to be a few more dates, but you guys are going to get close. There's something brewing there and it's going to be good. It's a pregnancy. It's going to lead to a relationship. Just the same as education, you're learning. Maybe it's like you finally finished a course. Now you're going to look for a job and apply those skills and it's coming. This is what this is all about, okay? So that's really, really good. Now, geez, I'm surprised because the other spreads were really negative this week, so I'm really surprised to see positive cards come out. This is the illusion and deceit card. It is upside down, so it is saying that there is no deceit around you. There is nothing that you need to worry about. I feel like it's not so much worried about somebody lying to you. It's more like, am I deceiving myself? Just because I finished this course and now I've got the certificate, diploma, whatever, that doesn't mean that I know how to do the job. Don't deceive yourself. Yes, it does mean you know how to do the job. Okay, so the other thing with this illusion being upside down is it's saying it's not an illusion. So there's a lot of positive energy around you right now. So let's go back to this dating thing. You might be on your first date and you might be like, look, I could actually see a future with this person. I mean, obviously we've got to get to know each other, but I can see a future there. And I feel like they can too. It's not an illusion. The way you're looking at things is the way it actually is. Now, this also stands for a lot of negative things. Like it could be my sister's new boyfriend he looks like he's going to break her heart. He's a player, you know. If you're looking at it like that, it's kind of like, well, that is the situation. So there is a negative aspect to this, but your cards are very positive this week. So I want to focus on the positive sides of this. So this is kind of like, look, you don't need to worry about again, you might have just finished a diploma in nursing and you're going to go work for an agency, and suddenly you're worried that, well, I'm new, so they're going to take advantage, they're going to give me the worst jobs, and you know, they might not pay me award wage. No, there's no deceit. That would be deceit. That would be them dishonoring. No, there's none of that around. You're going to get a good job. You're going to be treated like everybody else, because unfortunately in employment, you are just a number most of the time. So it is kind of like, you're just going to just go with it. It's going to be totally fine. Okay. Now your last card here is the emotions card. So this is mixed emotions straight off the bat. I feel like that there is good things for you happening now and just ahead, and you're going to be excited by that, but also anxious about it. You're going to be scared and worried. Like, let's go to the dating thing as an example again. Yep, okay, now you're actually dating. You've gone on 4 or 5 dates, and you're like, this is going really good, but what if I stuff it up? What if I say something wrong? What if I fart in bed? Like, you know, it's that sort of stressing and worrying. Now, I need to say to you straight off the bat, stop it. You're doing that overthinking thing where you're like going to worst case scenarios, and no. When we do that, it's a defense mechanism, okay? We all do it. It's human psychology. It's a defense mechanism because we're scared of being happy about something. Normally, it's because we've got so much trauma in our past about being disappointed or let down or abused, whatever it might be. So sometimes when really good things happen, it actually scares a lot of people. And I will be honest, I'm one of them. And when people give me gifts and everything, I kind of freeze, because I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm used to being the one giving rather than receiving. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so this is, look, stay on top of your emotions. You've got the spirit guide here. That's your gut, that's your instinct. Just in this case, I feel like it's logic. Just think about it logically. Relationship, so far it's going well. They seem to be very accepting. I can be myself, so this is all good signs for the future. You know, starting a new job, it's going to be like, okay, well, now that I'm in starting it, yes, I need to really learn the ropes, but I'm being treated like a human. I'm being treated like an equal to everybody else. It's not, okay, you're the new apprentice and we're going to look down on you, okay? So stay on top of those emotions. Don't let them bring you down. Don't bring yourself down. Don't what if. Don't go to worst case scenarios. What I say to a lot of people is, when good things happen, you need to dwell in that good thing. You need to be excited by it. I've accomplished something. There's something good happening right now. I'm going to enjoy it. Don't rip yourself off by going, oh, there's something good here, but now what's the next thing that's going to go wrong? Then you're not really enjoying your successes. You're leading more of a negative life, waiting for the next thing to go wrong. Yes, something is always going to go wrong, but something is always going to go right. And just keep in mind, what you send out, you attract. So if you're sending out negative energy, anxiety, worry, stress, you're going to get that negative energy back. So at the end of the day, look, you know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Worry about it then. Live in the now, says the psychic. Because if you're worrying about something that may not ever happen, you're stressing yourself out. You're punishing yourself. You're giving yourself all that negative worry for absolutely no reason. And that's why I'm saying there's logic that is needed this week. You need to logically, that makes no sense. You're just being an idiot. That's like hitting yourself in the head with a hammer repeatedly, hoping your head's going to turn gold. It's never going to happen. You know, worrying about this new person that may be your perfect partner, worried that they may cheat on you someday, all that's going to do is create negativity and paranoia, and it may never happen. In fact, at the moment, I'm going to say it won't happen. So don't put yourself through all that pain and anguish. Okay? All right, guys, if you do want a full reading, you can contact me through the socials or email me at thegreenpsychic.com. At gmail.com. I will be live this weekend, but not next weekend. So check out the intro or the TikTok video. Don't forget about Patreon. And until next week, guys, blessed be.